In this video, we're going to be talking about why Shinobu Kocho is my favorite in general, because a lot of the people that know me just see me obsessed with Shinobu, and they're not familiar as to the reason why I love Shinobu so much. And that's just simple. The fact there is that I personally have I feel like I have such a related relation to the character that is Shinobu that it just makes me have her as my favorite. And the only other reason I have Hinata as my number 2 is because I like shy girls for some reason. Don't even quote me on that because Miku's also there, so yeah, it's a whole different thing. But Shinobu, let's take a look at Shinobu's whole personality. Shinobu, which is what you would call a person that is happy but yet pissed. She hides her happiness and her angerness for revenge because her sister Kanae died to Doma when she was about 15, 16. So Shinobu is supposed to live with that happiness, that her sister wanted to see, because her sister said that she always loved to see her smile. So Shinobu always smiles no matter if she feels angry or not. And trust me, there are times where Shinobu can seem angry. Like when Tanjiro just got captured by the Demon Slayers and Saname pulled up with Nezuko's box. Mitsuri said that Shinobu's never looked angry, and we never saw her face. We just saw her stand up and could look like this. And Mitsuri's like, oh, Shinobu looks so good. Shinobu looks so cute when she's angry. And it's just like, we haven't really seen the hatred that Shinobu has for demons, because Shinobu does in fact hate demons. And she said that because she was willing to kill Nezuko without even hearing a chance. Chandra was like, alright, my sister, she got turned into a demon. I'm going to try and turn her back. And Shinobu's like, oh, well, in that case, I'm going to use a lethal toxin just to kill her and just make sure she doesn't feel any pain. This is my favorite Demon Slayer character. This crazy person is my favorite Demon Slayer character. And it's just for the simple fact that I like Shinobu so much on a level that I just don't have a generally feeling that anybody else is going to be able to be my favorite over her. And considering the fact that I know her backstory and how she got to where she was, and how she's overlooked by a lot of people, including the fans, because a lot of fans would say that Shinobu is one of the weakest characters in Demon Slayer. She may be the weakest Hashira, but she's not one of the weakest characters in Demon Slayer. Let's get that straight. And if it wasn't for Shinobu, a lot of things that happened in the Infinity Castle arc would be completely different. Because let's not forget, in the Hashira training arc, during the final part, Shinobu was gone. Shinobu had to go help Lady Tamayo, help them defeat Muzan. So if you guys are over here saying like, oh, Shinobu didn't have any important factor, she got killed by Doma, that's all she really did. No, Shinobu is one of the most important characters in terms of how they defeat Muzan. Because if it's not without Shinobu and her research in pharmaceuticals and her intelligence when it comes to poison, oh, the Demon Slayer corpse would have got whitewashed in Infinity Castle, and I can guarantee you that. But like I said, she's just on a relatable level to me that as to why she's my favorite character. Like, Shinobu will always, as for the time being, Shinobu is my favorite character. And I've said this many times, and I'm saying this bluntly because she is my favorite character. Like, there's no other factor that's gonna change that. She is 4'11". She has raven, purple, and black hair. She has, I want to say this, Demon Slayer, I don't know what it is with Ufotable, but they know how to do the eyes. And I want to say this, I'm personally biased, obviously, but I think that Shinobu has one of the best eyes in Demon Slayer. So, yeah, when it comes to overall why Shinobu is my favorite in general, it's just the fact that I feel like I can relate to the character that is Shinobu. And obviously there should be some guy characters I relate to, and there are some guy characters. But as a point is like, I see all these anime girls, and I see, my favorites. I see Hinata, I see Miku, I see Sinon, I see Yor. I can't relate to any of them, really, besides probably Miku, or even probably Miku, and probably Jubia as well. Actually, no, I can't really relate to Jubia, so probably just Miku. Miku's probably the only one I can relate to at the most. But this is the reason why when I say she's my favorite female character and favorite character in general, because like out of all the guys that I've watched in anime, I can relate to some of them. Trust me, I can relate to some of them on my personal level, but there's only one female character that I can relate to on a personal level for how I am and how I know I am when I'm around people, and that is Shinobu. So for you guys wondering out there why Shinobu is my favorite, why I always have Shinobu at my number one position, it's just for the simple factors that when it comes to my personal life and how I am as a person, I can, on a certain level, I'm not saying like fully to Shinobu, on a certain level, out of any other character that I like in terms of anime, Shinobu's the one I can relate to the most.